The Void Reavers, a ragtag crew of misfits and bounty hunters from across the solar system, are tasked with protecting two twins destined to change the fate of Earth. One grew up on Neptune with everything handed to him. The other, left behind on Earth, learned survival the hard way. Together they'll uncover secrets, face cosmic enemies, and challenge the might of Nessa Vex, the solar system's own Knights Templar. Welcome to the Intergalactic Space Academy, White Sands, New Mexico. The year is 2038, and class is officially in session. With our hosts, the Weaver and the Seeker, we have Batacus the Brutal, a bat-like being from Saturn with a deep obsession with harbor freight, caffeine, and Jesus Christ, who often gets mistaken for the Mothman. Decaron, the Void Reaver's captain, who took on the role after their former captain Seth was tragically assassinated. Call sign Crasher, the hitman from Jupiter with a dark past, and Batacus's soon-to-be ex-fiancée. Someone forgot to sign their prenup. Lastly, Fenrir, the Dragonborn from Venus, going to school with Tucker, Triton, and Cobblewobble at the Intergalactic Space Academy. Now, let's get into it. Earthscum Legion.
Hey! Earthscum! How's it going? Tucker here. Welcome to the official Astral Inside Earthscum Legion podcast. Here we handle all the cute little human things the Weaver, our lovely little storyteller, wants to keep track of as humanity progresses. Am I the Asshole stories and segments the crew handpicks every week to give you friendly advice, human news, and my favorite mental health and TV and media updates. Be sure to follow Astral Insight Earthscum Legion on YouTube for our D&D campaign, Spotify and Apple Podcast for all the other fun stuff. Now, let's get into it.
Hey guys! Welcome back to another week of Am I the Asshole Stories. We decided that we were going to do these Thanksgiving ones in place of doing a lot of other stuff because the upcoming holiday, we want to give everybody the adequate time to recharge. But nonetheless, we figured we'd be helpful to you guys this year and do some Am I the Asshole stories. So let's get into it.
Okay. And it is number one.
Hey Void Reavers! The submission I chose to start with was Crashers. Mostly because I know a thing or two about sibling drama.
Hey, at least I wouldn't do what OP's family did to them. Asshole!
Anywho, here we go with Crasher's story. Am I the asshole for announcing our pregnancy at Thanksgiving when my sister got engaged almost 2 months ago? Advice needed, Void Reavers. It says so right here, so don't be afraid to say what's on your mind. After all, that's what we are here for. OP begins by saying, "This might be long, and I hope it all makes sense. My sister and her fiancé hosted Thanksgiving because they wanted both of their families there. A little backstory into my family so that you can understand where I'm coming from. I'm a middle child. Whether that means anything to you is up to you. And it felt like I have been given the short end of the stick my entire life. My husband and I have been together for 8 years. When we got engaged 3 years ago, hardly anyone in the family said congratulations, and my older sister didn't talk to me for 8 months when we used to be so close. It has nothing to do with my husband. My family loves him. At my wedding, 2 of my 3 siblings left the reception hours early without saying goodbye or congratulations. When we announced we were expecting our first child, there were crickets, and I ended up having to excuse myself to cry in another room before leaving. My husband and I are very close with his brother and his brother's wife. We didn't want visitors at the hospital due to it being a very intimate moment and my anxiety and stress levels being high. We did end up having the 2 of them come later while we were there for a very quick visit. When my family found out, they were all talking about it behind my back and were pissed. When the rest of my husband's family found out, they didn't really care, as everyone on both sides got to meet her within a week, when I originally said no visitors for 3 weeks. None of my siblings have ever reached out to ask how she is doing. She's 7 months now. Or tried to make plans to see her unless it's a full family planned event that's already happening. Hubby and I found out we're expecting baby number 2 last month, and he really wanted to tell his family on Thanksgiving since I'd be 10 weeks. We decided to tell my family the next day when we had our Thanksgiving to make it fair for everyone. My sister and her fiancé were hosting, and he had a few family members in town who they haven't seen since they got engaged almost 2 months ago. They also bought their house in the early spring and had a huge housewarming/birthday party for her fiancé to celebrate both exciting events. I guess a few people weren't able to make it to that, so this was their first time seeing it and seeing her ring. Almost everyone had been at their house since noon, and we announced it right before leaving around 6:30. My sister immediately went to a corner and started pouting, while my brother comforted her, and the only person to immediately react/respond and say congratulations was my mom. Everyone else was quiet. It was so awkward, and no one was saying anything to us because they were talking to her. So I ended up leaving the room to go look for my water bottle. I told my husband to start grabbing our stuff and saying goodbye because I could feel emotions and embarrassment running through me and didn't want to show it in front of people. My hubby and I were putting on our shoes in the mudroom, and 2 of my soon-to-be brother-in-law's friends were in there as well. My sister walked in, and my husband gave her a hug and said thanks for hosting, and congratulations again on getting engaged. Then I went to give her a hug, and she said, "It doesn't feel like it." So I said, "What do you mean?" And then she pushed me instead of just letting go and walked out of the room. I turned and said, "Did you just push me?" But she kept walking. My mom walked in the room and said, "Oh, did she shock you?" and laughed. Their friend's husband goes, "Oh yeah, I heard the shock." I told my mom, "No, she shoved me, not shocked me." I know she'll probably deny shoving me, but even her friend's husband heard the force of her shoving off me. We immediately left without saying goodbye to anyone else, and I cried the whole way home. Don't be afraid to tell me ITAH if I am, but I really don't see it. I really feel like my family is so toxic, and all it does is affect my mental health to be with everyone at once. There is always something at every event, and I just can't take it anymore. Was I in the wrong by trying to make it fair for both families by announcing our pregnancy at the end of the night?
Lateral decision, you begin.
You are not the asshole. If anything, your entire family is the asshole. Your family seems like attention seekers. If the attention's not on them, then they don't want it. And them being like, you basically saying like, oh, you, and then we don't really give a shit. We rather celebrate the engagement. Okay. You are not the asshole, sweetheart. Everyone else is. Weaver, what's your stance?
Weevil? Do you care to input or
My
do
answer to your question of whether or not you are the asshole is you weren't an asshole enough. She shoved you. And you're pregnant.
Oh.
I would've. Mm. Mm.
allow me
I
to
would.
interject and just say you should have been. This is a should have I been the asshole. Ansel, yes, you should have been. But you won't. You needed to be at that point.
I don't understand because as the it you don't even have like what they call middle like what is it?
The mailman
No,
or
no,
Like no, it's like the middle child syndrome or whatever. Like no.
oh yeah.
Like you quite literally at this point in time, you seem so much more supportive of everybody else than they are of you because at this point you want them to be proud of you. But this is one of those times where I'm going to say this as politely as possible. The best revenge is success. Fuck them all. Do good for you, your family, and fuck them all. Because quite clearly, Your husband's family seems to like you a lot more than even they do. And I don't understand where the hell they're getting off, getting offended or upset that, you even reacted or said anything to her pushing you. Meanwhile, they heard it, the husband and whoever else was like immediately right there. And they can't even say that they didn't hear her talk to you like that. Like, and then they're gonna question if she actually shoved you or not? No. No, no, you are not the asshole. No.
If
Yeah,
Mm.
anything, there should be a subreddit, which I'm pretty sure there is, where it says, "Should I been the asshole?" And you should have put that in there, and you definitely would have gotten a yes.
yeah,
Were you an asshole? No, you weren't an asshole enough. That is my conclusion. Fuck
yeah.
those people.
No, I'd say
We
we're all in agreement that you're not the asshole, but you should have been.
I want to say one thing.
Uh-huh.
Sweetheart, listen. You should have slapped the bitch. End of story.
Okay, we're not gonna condone violence, but if you did, it would have been deserved. So
Yes, we'll,
I
we'll next submission. Violence is probably gonna take place because on that submission, well, let me introduce yourself.
Before I read you guys this next one, I just wanna say, Batacus, what the hell is this rage bait? It's not even a Thanksgiving story.
Oh, it can't be that bad. Oh, well, I mean, at least it's a story, I guess.
Here goes. Am I the asshole for refusing to help my friend cheat on an important exam, even though she has learning disabilities? This is gonna be good for ratings. Batacus, I swear to the gods, if this is as bad as it already sounds, I'm drop kicking you off the ship. I have a friend who has learning disabilities. I've helped him a lot with homework and studying because I hate seeing him or even people in general stressed, and I'm kind of a people pleaser. Yesterday we had a really important human bio exam, and he straight up asked me if I could help him cheat a little during the test. Obviously I said no, but I'm conflicted because I've helped him before within sharing notes and parts of my assignment, which isn't allowed. But regardless, I've never cheated for anyone, and I didn't want to risk getting in trouble this time. Everything hit the fan at P. He started saying I was selfish and not a real friend. Some people in the hallway even saw and gave me bad looks. I feel bad because I don't want him to fail, and I get that he has disabilities. But at the end of the day, I also feel like I shouldn't compromise my own integrity. So, am I the A for refusing to help my friend cheat on an exam, even though he has learning disabilities, and I've always helped him before, not to the extent he's asking of me now? P.S. I just realized I wrote she in the title. Saws it's a guy.
Okay. Hmm.
he's not even fucking here if we have to comment on that.
Yeah, no. Because
Okay, let me say it though, because honestly, I think the best part about like doing this story specifically, me, I have a disability, and it hurt my learning tremendously. I don't know if this guy over here, don't know if don't know if he
you need the
had similar issues.
sequel. The sequel. Come
I
on,
totally forgot because I wanted to call you by many names.
come on, Castle. It's
Let me
sequel.
restart that. We have disabilities, and sometimes it affects our learning. So I think that all three of us had a way to, you know, talk about this. Oh, jeez. Ah, jeez, Rick.
Keep going.
But no, don't tell me what to do, fucking figure. Director my ass. Anyway,
All right, we got Cobble Wobble here with us too for when you guys are done because Cobble Wobble doesn't have learning disabilities. His disability is just straight up anger. So
Okay.
but no, we, gee Louise. But Seeker, I think you and I both would have liked help in school a lot more than we got. I
Yeah.
don't know, but from my experience, if someone helped me cheat, I would take it. School was fucking hard when I was growing up. Are you kidding me?
and now we got kids in space going to school and learning.
Yeah, I mean, okay, look,
Reading's hard, guys.
I get that you help your friend off. I do. But a exam, no, that's the one place, one test you can't help him on. Now, I will say this, and I'm wicked careful for a second. Yeah, I have a own disability. I have a physical disability, whatever, not important. School is hard for people with any type of disability, growing mental, physical, whatever. But do not help anyone to, even if they're your friend, because ultimately, if you do, they're not gonna learn anything from it, and they will just spy in high school because they know you will have helped them out. Well, you just ask for help. No, no, you're not. I'm grateful. Do you want to continue?
What the fuck is happening? Um, um, technical difficulty, but no. Seeker, listen, what the fuck are you on about? No, I didn't cheat at all at school, and I still didn't learn shit.
Okay.
Maybe if I cheated, I would know what numbers goes into. I don't fucking know.
Okay, buddy, we'll work on some elementary school number prep for you. It's good. We'll
I don't
figure
even
it
know
out.
what 2 plus 2 is.
Ish. Just so you know.
Oh.
Okay, so as somebody who I'm gonna break character for a second as well, I grew up with an uncle who was high functioning. I can't remember exactly what he had going on, but he had disabilities. and my sister was in special ed, and never once. I think if anything, my sister, the one thing I can say that I'm super proud of about her is that she always did the best she could and did not cheat because she wanted to prove she was more than just the disabilities they tried to label her with. And I think that this person has been relying on you so much that they kind of expect it at this point, and that's just not how the world works. You can't expect to get everything handed to you strictly because you are disabled. And at that point, if you're smart enough or if you are articulate enough to say those things in front of other people, in front of OP and other people, sorry. Um you're smart enough to know what you're asking for and why it's not a good thing. Because if you had to ask like that, you know it's not a good thing. And it could compromise this person's integrity. And as the Weaver, now back in character, nobody should ever ask you to do that, especially a friend, because at that point, they're not a friend. They're using you. They're straight up using you. And that's not okay either, whether you're disabled or not.
I agree with what I do. And go ahead, Clarksville.
I didn't see it as them using it, but I can see that point. I don't think, again, we don't know the other side, right? So I don't think they were trying to use the original poster of this. What was that flashy light? Anyway, no, but so I don't think they were trying to use them, because again, I'm a guy with disabilities. I can't see shit right now. But I am a I am a guy who has disabilities but also doesn't know when to stop asking or when to start asking. Like if it becomes a routine in my head, I'm like, okay, this is normal, right? And it seems like it might have been a routine for them.
That's fair. I think that that might be what it is too. It might be the break in routine that's pissing them off because they might just expect it at this point. Because
Yeah,
they said they do it with like notes and stuff, but they've never done it with like an actual test.
yeah, and
And I think it kind of like I could see why they might think you're the asshole, but I think that hopefully with time that this person will come around and understand why that request was not okay. And if they have disabilities, I'm sure there's ways to work with even the teacher or even staff on that for the exam itself. You know what I mean? So it's not like all
Yeah.
hope is lost. You just kind of have to do what everybody else does a little bit and try to figure it out, which might be stressful, but you can't rely on everyone forever.
yeah,
I
Or anyone.
just
from
yeah. I think we all are in agreement that he's not that the original poster is not an asshole.
yeah, now of course, but I will say that from my understanding, depending where you are, those accommodations are different for everyone at every school. And I will say this, he's lucky this isn't like a college exam because they will look for plagiarism in that. So,
My thing too is if it's an exam, wouldn't it be even harder to cheat? Because wouldn't because I don't think with exams, at least from my experience, a lot of the exams, this is breaking character again, but a lot of the exams that I've done, a lot of the questions are randomized, so that might not even help that person.
yeah, and being honest, like, a good burger tutorial. If you're doing it on a good, if you
No,
do,
I wasn't. What the fuck is.
if you're doing it with a skin tone, it will notice a repeat pattern of answers. So if they go to scan it and your dots match up with someone else, it's
You
gonna,
fucked.
yeah, it's gonna reject it. I mean, really.
All right, so we might have. Are you? Hold on. This might be like one of the little things we have to edit out here, but apparently, for Crasher, you're spazzing out again on the screen.
So I look over and your camera was like, woo! You're good now because I left and came back, but fuck it up.
All right. But
But
yeah,
we're good.
I think overall that this person is not the asshole. I think you're doing what's best for you, and that's never the wrong answer. Unless of course it's so selfish that it's inhumane, but I don't think it is, honestly. You're just doing what's best for you and keeping, your integrity and your grades where they should be, which is always super important before you can help anyone else. So I
Now,
think that we're good with that one, unless you guys have anything else you want to add.
I'd like to say something out of character really quick.
Okay.
If you or anybody has disabilities, whoever's listening to this, please reach out to a special ed room and say, if you're like hiding the struggles, don't just reach out and be like, hey, I need help on this exam. Because legally, they are allowed to help you. They're
Yeah,
supposed to help you during exams. You can go there for exams, and they can help you.
yeah,
Oh
they'll,
shoot, that's another thing I didn't even think about. They could be afraid to ask the teacher.
yeah,
Mhm.
no, I mean, there are resources for you to get help. You do not need to cheat off your friend at all. But with that being said, are we
I like how
ready to
Batacus
move on?
I like how Batacus' topic gave us like a serious conversation.
Of
Yeah,
course he did, and he's not even here.
yeah.
Of course
Uh,
he did. All right.
He's sleeping on his ass.
okay,
Let's get on to the next one, boys.
okay. A little rough, a little disclaimer for all of us and you. Listen, this next one is in two parts. So let's listen, wait for both parts, and then we will comment.
Sounds good.
Okay, so uh, uh,
Okay, here we go with another one, guys. This one has some updates, so at the end of discussing it, be sure to prepare yourselves. It's crazy! Am I the asshole for ruining Thanksgiving? I, 30F, met my boyfriend, 30M, 3 years ago. Before me, he was together with his high switches sweetheart. They fell out of love and broke up. A year later, we started dating. His mom, however, was still heartbroken about it. I was very understanding and thought she needed time to get to know me. The ex basically grew up with them and they saw her as a part of the family. For the first year of my relationship, His mom would call me X's name, until boyfriend got angry once and told her to be nice. She laughed it off and said it was just a habit. After that, she started calling me the wrong name. Janet instead of Jenny, fictional names just for the story. I corrected her a couple of times, but she seemed to like hurting me, so I ignored it later. My boyfriend has two sisters, and a couple of weeks before Thanksgiving, we were invited to barbecue at the older sister's house. I was in the kitchen with my boyfriend's mom, the sisters, and one of their husbands. The older sister then talked about how my boyfriend praised my cooking to her husband, and the mom was listening. She then said out loud, "Sure, why don't we let Janet make the turkey this year?" The sisters giggled and looked at each other, and I said, "That's a great idea." I didn't tell my boyfriend what happened. On Thanksgiving, we went to his mom's house with the usual wine and dessert. She was shocked. Everybody was shocked. I said, "What? I thought Janet is bringing the turkey." There was yelling, crying, and then we got kicked out. My boyfriend is so angry with me, he hasn't talked to me since. I think it's over, to be honest. But I still don't think I did anything wrong. Did I? The update. Yesterday, I was at a party that both boyfriend and I planned to go to pre-war. He showed up and he hugged and kissed me, and we spent the evening together. He asked me if we could go to my place afterwards to talk, and I agreed. He told me that he wasn't mad about what I did, but about the fact that I didn't tell him and that he looked like an idiot because of it. I apologized again. I told him that I don't think that I could want to make amends with my co-friend ever, and that I'm not sure if that's what I want for my future. She's a great grandmother to Cy older Leslie's children, but would she be the same with ours when she obviously does not and will not like me? I also told him that I can't be with someone who would ghost me for 2 to 3 weeks when he's angry with me. So we broke up. I am sad because I love him very, very much, but this is probably for the best in the long run. Many will say my friend won, but I was never in a competition with her. She can think she won because I don't care, and at least now she will start using my name when addressing boyfriends next girl.
Positive.
Final update! We are engaged! Hi everyone! Remember me? This has been one wild ride. My boyfriend ghosting me after I ruined his mom's Thanksgiving. We broke up. I heard from mutual friends that he was seeing his high school sweetheart again, and I played I wasn't bothered even though I was dying inside about a week, 3 weeks ago. He texted me out of the blue asking if he could come to talk to me. I told him we could meet out for a walk or maybe a coffee. I didn't trust having him in my apartment. He agreed. The moment I saw him, I knew I was fucked because no matter how much this douche hurt me, I still loved him. I played it cool, however. He wasn't as cool and started telling me how hard these past months were for him and how he thought about me and missed me all the time. He apologized about everything that happened, his mom's treatment of me, him not thinking it a big deal and not coming to my rescue when she was hurtful. He said he misjudged the situation. Since I never said anything, he thought I had it under control. I thought you were handling her well. He apologized about ghosting me. He said he was very hurt and felt deceived by me. He doesn't feel that anymore, and that his anger got the best of him. At the time, he couldn't understand why I would do something like this behind his back. When he's angry, he tends to keep away. I asked him about HS sweetheart. He was surprised I knew about it. He said she reached out to him when she heard he was single again. His mom probably arranged that. It didn't work, however, and he told her he wasn't interested after a couple of weeks of dating. Now for his mom. When she heard he's broke it off with HS sweetheart, she got mad and threatened to cut him off, especially if he went back to that me. He's always been very close with his family. After the Thanksgiving fiasco, he wasn't keeping the same contact with them, and after his mom's threats, he went no contact. I guess ghosting is his expertise. These last couple of weeks were great. It was like we just picked up where we left. I know it's not healthy to glance over what happened, but for now, I just want to be with him and be happy. We will have all of our life, hopefully, to talk things over. and figure out how to be better at communicating. He asked me to marry him on Friday, and I said yes. We made an Instagram post about the engagement. His mom doesn't have Instagram, but she found out somehow, because not even an hour later, she started bombarding his phone with calls and texts. Nobody from his family but his dad congratulated us yet. He called and congratulated both of us, and told me I was his favorite in law, and that he always wished to have me as a daughter. I'm a bit sad, to be honest. I come from a broken home, and when I met boyfriend and saw how welcoming his family was to his ex, I counted myself lucky. I thought I was going to have the family I never had, and that my children would have a better life than myself. It seems we're going to have to rely on ourselves and our friends to create this family life I was dreaming of for my children. I don't know when we're getting married. We've been talking about relocating to London. Fiancé is half British. We'll see what happens, but for now, I want to say I have never been happier in my entire life.
We've all listened to the old story. You begin.
Um, I I wasn't expecting. I mean, I read the first line of the update, but that was I wanted to be surprised, and I am.
I think we
I
all.
I I just want you to remember you're going to be marrying the family too, not just the husband, but you're going to be marrying into that family, and they don't like you. The dad might not even be enough to keep things healthy between that, like you guys and the rest of the family. Like, and the mom does not like you. I mean, she called you the wrong names because she thought it was funny after a certain point, and one of those names was your husband or your fiance's ex. Um, I I think you should definitely get some couples therapy before jumping into marriage at that point, so you're prepared because this is going to be messed up. And I'm not trying to predict the future. I'm not, but this cannot be good. It's going to be horrible on your mental health, and you are going to have children with this person potentially. Uh, Oh, Jesus! I guess one of you guys could take the mic on that. I don't even know. Oh my lord!
Okay, let me start off by saying this as well. This shocked all of us. If you could see all of our faces, we will consider the entire way. Now, I'm gonna be so honest with you. You shouldn't have got engaged at all. I mean, keep him as a monster. Eventually move on, but that ain't gonna work for us. So,
And it sucks too because hold on, Crasher, before you jump in here as you put down your screwdriver for our listeners, he was very upset about the story. But I don't unless like you said, like his mom doesn't have Instagram, but she still found out somehow, which means you guys are gonna have trouble with a mole your entire relationship.
yeah,
Somebody's gonna start drama 24/7. You can't even post about how happy you are.
yeah,
Like, I don't like that. That's incredibly toxic.
no, no, okay. Let's take the mic.
Alrighty, I'll gladly take the mic.
Oh Lord.
Alrighty. So are we ready for a classic crash out?
Are we getting Crasher or Peter Piper? Because I have a feeling even Peter Piper's a little pissed off right now.
So you should not, I repeat, should not get married to this person if the family hates you. This is not okay. This is not a healthy relationship. But no, this is not a healthy relationship. You are not just marrying the man, you are marrying the family. And if the mom is constantly looking at your Instagram, I'm sorry, but that's a red flag. She doesn't even have Instagram, so how the fuck does she know that? In other words, you should take all his money. Anyway.
Prenup. Get a prenup.
God.
I've said it before to Crasher and Batacus. Get a prenup.
He inside it's his own fucking deal.
Okay, so asshole. No. I believe
No, but you are a fool that is in love, and that's not wrong, but it is definitely blinding your judgment right now, and I just want you to know that I hope you hear this. I really do, because this is I'm worried for you, like, genuinely.
Okay. You're not an asshole, but you need to stop laying down for these people. You gotta start advocating for your own damn self, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
God damn.
Hold on, Cobble Wobble would like to comment on this one as well, because he as we all know, he's had a marriage pact. What do you have to I mean, Penelope's not exactly the best either. She's kind of crazy, but no, Penelope's not here right now. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, Cobble Wobble. Penelope's not here. She's not gonna drug you again. It's okay.
That bitch needs to run, man. He needs to run. He needs to get out of there, take his money, and go. I agree with Crasher and frickin'
Ron. It's okay. We know a lot of dragons. I get it. Not trying to be, specious in any way, but we do know a lot of dragons. Yes, we are. You are the seeker. This time it's the seeker. Dikaron's not here, but the seeker is, and he's commenting on the story. He's another astral being. But like, I agree with Cobble Wobble. Just get that prenup, take the money, run, girl, run. And if you find out you're pregnant, run faster. Fucking run faster, because I can almost guarantee she's gonna be one of those grandparents who's either A, going to say, "Why don't you ever come around? I want to see my grandbaby," and then take it to court for grandparents' rights, depending on where you live. Or two, she is going to essentially treat that grandchild like Cinderella. It's the child that she didn't want. And that's going to be so unhealthy for that child. Like, those are the only two outcomes I really see coming to this. Or she could treat that kid so much better than you, and that kid's going to grow up seeing that and treat you that way. None of those outcomes are good. None of them.
No.
Cobble says, not at all.
Glad that we're all in agreement.
Oh, absolutely.
Let's move on before I blow an aneurysm.
Okay, so we got one more audio, but we got two more stories. So I'm gonna play mindfully. Just know if it says decor, it's meant to say sequel.
Oh, I just thought this was stuff all of the kids in the Void Reavers submitted. So that's why they're labeled. I had Triton and Tucker label them that way. I am so sorry, Seeker.
Yeah, okay, you're forgiven.
Oh,
Alrighty, for our Thanksgiving themed episode, we have decided to read some stories for the holiday season to help some of you out who have less than ideal family situations.
Let's confirm. You could have told me to begin with that one if you added that.
Forgot.
Yeah.
Listen, you can cut it out. It's okay.
Okay. Okay, let's
What are we talking about?
I mean, or we could leave it because
Which
let's
one are we doing?
okay, so I will explain a little closer, but let's continue.
absolutely.
Situations. Trust me, most of us feel the same way, so you are not alone. So, here's the first one that Dikaron picked out. Am I the asshole if I don't let my brother come to Thanksgiving? Trigger warning, listeners. Essay backstory. My brother is 6 years older than me and started essaying me when I was about 6 years old. I never told my parents he would take my stuff hostage, and I was a little kid and stupid. But it did eventually come out after several years. He, of course, denied it. My parents' reaction was to ground us both until one of us confessed. I broke first because I missed my friends and he had no social life. I then became the bad kid who told horrible lies for attention, and it was all swept under the rug. Nothing was ever said about it again. Fast forward to now, and I have essentially zero relationship with my brother, and a very cautious but polite one with my parents, that is really only for the sake of my kids. My parents lost their home this year in the LA fires. They're currently living in a pretty small apartment. We usually go to their place for Thanksgiving, but that won't work this year because of the size of their place. I live about an hour away from them and invited them over for Thanksgiving. However, this is the first in many that my brother randomly decided he wants to also spend Thanksgiving with them. He lives about 5 to 6 hours away, and my parents don't like driving that far. They're asking/pressuring me to host everyone. I said absolutely not. He cannot come to my home and be near my girls. He has never been to my home, and as far as I'm concerned, he never will be. I feel bad because my parents are older and have had a really hard year, but I really don't want him in my house. It's my home. I don't want him violating it. They're really upset because they want everyone all together, especially after they had such a hard year. Now they're not even sure they'll come to my place because they don't want to play favorites. As far as I can tell, my parents are forgotten all about what happened as kids, because they claim they can't understand why he and I can't get along. My husband is completely on my side and fine with banning everyone from our home. But I feel bad because I don't know how many more holidays we'll have with my parents, how many more my kids will have with their grandparents, and they did have a really hard year losing their home and entire neighborhood. It was a really long time ago, and as far as I know, my brother has never done anything else to anyone else. Am I therefore not just sucking it up and letting everyone, besides me, have a nice Thanksgiving in my home?
Okay. So I'm gonna start with this. In not the asshole on what your brother did to you. I mean, that uh, not have to do it, not wanting to have him with your parents are the assholes because one, they didn't believe it. Two, they just want you to let it go. Mm, Um, okay. No. Pops to the husband for standing by you because that's what a good spouse should do. And yeah, I do get how you feel about not wanting it to be let go because you don't know how long you have left with your parents, and especially your kids with their grandparents. But you shouldn't feel pressured to let Your bubble is essentially your mental health at that point. So, in my opinion, not the asshole. I will probably not able to whoever wants to speak on it. And I could not hear that at all. No, can't hear. Uh, no.
You might have to just leave and come back.
Mm.
Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
That's weird. I said Crasher could go first.
Okay, console.
Okay, I'm not gonna. So, okay. Really quick. Just want to add a quick little disclaimer. Anybody's getting essayed or nobody knows about it, please reach out. Please go with someone. It it's better to talk about it than hold it in and let this happen to someone else. It sucks that it happened to you, but you can prevent it from the next person. I looked up the number for it for the essay hotline, and I will personally put this in the comments. And that number is 1-800-656-4673. Please call that number. Please, you are not alone. Okay? You're not. As a victim, I wholeheartedly think that anybody who's listening to this and suffers from this needs to speak out. It'll be easier on you. As for this story, you're not an asshole for not wanting to do that. For not wanting to be near that. You're not. Alrighty. Take it away, Weaver.
I don't think you're the asshole. Can you guys still hear me? Okay. Discord's got a weird pop up, but anyway. I don't think you're the asshole at all. And I don't think it's a case of your parents don't remember, because that's a crock of shit. You don't forget your kid saying something like that to you. That's just one of those things you just never forget. Um I think it sounds like your brother was I don't I mean, I'm not trying to assume anything, but this is also breaking character here as somebody who is a victim. And you have children now. I would assume that he knows you have girls. And I don't like that. If he hasn't been around that long and you're hosting Thanksgiving, or he hasn't been around such a long time and you're hosting Thanksgiving, sorry. Um, it sounds like it's kind of like an opening. I don't like it. I do not like it. And like Crasher said, don't be afraid to speak up about it and do something about it. Or call that number if you are listening and this is something that you've struggled with, because guys like this do not need to be around children. He was old enough to know what he was doing, and it was multiple years. Even if there's not another victim, it doesn't mean that there's not something else he's also doing behind the scenes that you're not aware of. So I don't think you're the asshole for wanting to protect your kids and your peace, your home, your family, from somebody who is so destructive and violating. Um, and for your parents to kind of just gloss over it, like, oh, just just get over it. Like, no, no. No, I will not get over it. I have children of my own. Why would I forget that or get over it? Because at that point, you want to protect them or do the best you can to protect them. And I don't think you're the asshole for excluding him at all. Because even if like he is at your house and like your husband could be watching him the entire time, nobody should have to do that. They should all feel safe in their own home. And that's just a violation in itself. So not wanting him there, no, you're not the asshole. Not at all.
But yeah, we all agree you're not an asshole, and you know, think if everyone's listening who has a spirit effect, hold the number Classical gave you. It will be in our comments on Spotify. So please call it if you need to. Okay, we have one more. This one is not really covered. We will do one to do.
Yes. All right, guys. This is the last one. And the title is really long, so bear with me. It's Am I the asshole if I bail hard on Thanksgiving morning and leave my husband to cook his family cook for his family and entertain the 10 people and 2 dogs for the next 2 days and go to the lake for the weekend? I, female, am very tempted to just pull a quick U-turn on Thanksgiving this year and head to the lake and camp and grab a cabin for the night and leave it all to my husband. I'm afraid I'd be a massive asshole if I do because of unneeded drama. I think I already know the answer and I will suck it up for the next weekend, but I figure I'd double check because it seems like a great idea at the moment. Bit of background: we've been married 8 years, no kids, just a little herd of cats and dogs. I've been diagnosed with ADHD and have been on medication for about a year. And I have been told by doctors since I was young I have anxiety and too much stress, but I've never received a formal diagnosis. I know it can be a lot to deal with, but I feel like over the past year I've done so well. I started a new job in a new field that pays a lot better and has a lot of perks. I've been there about 8 months and it's been a huge adjustment. I've done okay, but his support has been tolerant of it most of the time until I become stressed. I work generally 40 to 50 hours a week, and he does about the same. He makes more than I do and has the whole time we've been together. I do about 80% of the house stuff: cooking, laundry, cleaning, groceries, animal food, vet. He does the garbage and recycling and grass and walks the dogs a few times a week. I don't mind doing more when he's being, sorry, I'm trying to read it the way they wrote it. I don't mind doing more when he's been hoping that he will jump in or what? I don't mind I don't mind doing more when he's been saying that he'll jump in more when I need him, but lately that hasn't been the case. We've been busy almost every weekend, and anyone we aren't, I spent cleaning up from everywhere we were the weekend before, catching up with housework and catching up with work. I've had maybe 2 days where I haven't been going all day and started at 4 a.m. and finished at 9. I recently broke down and told him how overwhelmed I felt and how I felt everything was dropping around me. He responded defensively and told me that I needed to talk to my doctor about my medication and how I've been so stressed lately. And if you think life's hard now, it's not like it's going to get any easier, he said. He had the day before told me that we were having his family for Thanksgiving. We normally have one in the past few years, but I thought it would have been nice to be asked how I felt. Anyone Anywho, I was told he wouldn't help with the whole thing, or that he would help with the whole thing. I appreciate the effort, but no one is going to eat 2 pumpkins. I did go out and get everything for dinner: turkey, ham, sides, but I'm tempted to bail and let him see how hard this is. I've spent the last 2 weeks getting everything and making sure we have the bedroom set up for everyone spending the night and getting everything ready. He's asleep on the couch, and he came home a few hours after me tonight, asked me what needed to be done. I didn't have the patience to answer, so he had dinner and fell asleep. They will be here in the morning. Also, he let me know that the family wedding next weekend we know about, he had told his family will visit to help out with some of the maintenance things the weekend after. Then the weekend after is his birthday, and we're having a small birthday for him. I don't know how else to say. I'm getting overwhelmed, and when I start dropping all my things, I become very emotional and it becomes defensive. Should I bail? I probably won't, but I love letting it live in my head for but I love the idea of letting it live in my head for the night. Am I the asshole?
Okay, can I chime in here for Bam, get out there. Get away. You're not the asshole. Yes. Get out, dog. I mean, if anything, just move.
Did you just tell the OP to move?
Yes. Anyone want to take the mic for me?
I mean, I guess at this point we could come get you on the Void Reaver ship. Like, yeah,
Okay.
okay. All right, Crasher, why don't you take the next turn?
Crasher experienced some technical difficulties on his side. It paused for me and then it kicked me out and then came back in. So, I only heard the last part of it. And I'll agree with Seeker.
Weevil.
All I want to say is from an amazing artist, move, bitch.
Oh my god.
Weevil.
So I so I have to say I don't think you're the asshole. I think in a way, if you did Crasher's holding up another screwdriver again. I think if you did, bail for Thanksgiving, I, I mean, I would understand at that point. Just because I mean, I get it. You have a lot of anxieties about leaving your husband with his family and looking like the asshole. But if he already doesn't respect your emotional well-being enough already to even understand why you feel this way in general most of the time, I could understand why it's just exhausting to reiterate to him why you don't want to have to be doing this to begin with, or why you feel the way you do, because his whole take on, oh, if you're stressed out you need to talk to the doctor about your medication because clearly something's not working right. That's no, that's messed up. You could, like, as somebody, a partner in general, you could literally just be like, how can I help you through this time, instead of being like, oh, well, you're on crazy meds anyway, so it's probably just not them working well enough. That's exactly what it sounds like. And for him to walking the dogs a few times a week and not doing anything else around the house already, meanwhile, or not much anyway, much of anything, on top of the things you're already doing, um, and you both work like that, he doesn't sound like he has the respect for you as a partner to even ask him to help to begin with. I don't think he would, at least not efficiently. And I don't think you're the asshole for wanting to run. I actually applaud you for thinking that, I'm going to try to do the right thing and not do so. But if you did, I mean, I don't think I could be mad, because I would imagine the anxiety of having to deal with all of that on top of all the other stuff you're dealing with is really hard. And he, as a partner, should have talked to you about it, because you don't just go, oh, we're doing this year. We're like, we are. I mean, you, you, because you didn't ask me. And he said that he would help you, and you still did all the shopping by yourself anyway. Because first, what did he come home with the two pumpkins? Like, what did he think? Everybody was just gonna eat pie? Like, um, no. I don't think you're the asshole. I think if anything, if I were you, this is what I would do. You don't got to do this. I'd get everything ready. Everybody'd start showing up, and I'd be like, "Well, I'm going fishing. See you guys later. Have a good time. Everything's done. You don't have to worry about anything. I love y'all. I need some me time. You're overwhelming, but I love you. Now go away and just leave." But obviously, that's not the nice thing to do. So I understand where you're coming from. You want to be better than the rest of whatever the hell's going on over there. Jesus. But you would not be the asshole for being like, "Hey, I don't think I can do this. Like, I'll help you out with all this stuff, but I can't stay for this. This is too much." And if he can't understand where you're coming from or meet you halfway, then leave. Do it. Because at that point, that is not your fault.
Yeah, we'll say we will. But yeah, no, I do feel like we were all in agreement that I may have taken it a bit too far, but that's how it made me feel. So,
Straight up run, go, move entire states, leave. Like,
Get up,
no,
move.
that's anyone,
effective husband, throw him away. Just get rid of him.
does anyone have
We,
any final takeaways
yeah,
from
we him like Woody in Toy Story 2. Just throw him in the trash.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Get rid of all of the shoes that say Andy immediately.
Yeah, okay. So we've got any tree water. You're moving on Discord.
Anyway, Discord. I just wanted to say that thank you guys for being here for Thanksgiving with us or listening on Thanksgiving. We figured this would be way easier and simpler for everybody because Thanksgiving's a crazy time of year, and I thought, why not do some Thanksgiving stories? See if there's any advice we could offer you. So I think our takeaways from this little session here are anybody who sucks in these situations that we did vote was the asshole. You can run from. Just remember that. Like the seeker said, just friggin' run. Because none of these stories, like I didn't
Just
think any
pat
of
your
these people
bags
were
and
the
leave.
assholes. None of these people were the assholes, and I hope you
Oh,
guys, figure your stuff out because it's been crazy. But thank you for listening.
Yeah, but for listening, we will come back to you in a week. So, see
Happy
ya.
Thanksgiving!
Thanksgiving, you.
Whatever that means.
Yeah. Yeah.
eat stuffing. I don't know. We don't have stuffing in my planet.
Well, it's been real, guys. Thank you for listening to another episode of Astral Insight and keeping informed with Earthscum Media. Be sure to catch us live on YouTube for D&D with our characters at 8 p.m. EST every Thursday. That's Astral Insight, Earthscum Legion on YouTube. Give us a follow, subscribe, and enjoy the celestial chaos. See ya guys next week and happy Thanksgiving? I think you humans call it. Bye guys. Ti amo.